Okay, guys, so we're going to go over the independent practice, which was on page 23, 24. I asked you to do 1 through 7 odd, then number 8. So let's go over the answers. For number 1, the answer is 2 to 1. For every 2 flutes, there is 1 drum. For number 3, the answer is 2 to 5. For every 2 boys, there are 5 girls in the class. And for number 5, the answer is there are 12 photos in the first group and 21 photos in the second group. And of course, for number 7, the answer is 2 to 5 as well. For every 2 championships won by Australia, the United States won 5. And for number 8, you have to see the picture because you have to draw something. This space is not big enough for that. So if you got everything right except for number 8 because you don't know what it is, you'll have to fast forward to the end to see number 8, and then you can check if you got it right or not. Okay? But as I said before with the GP, if you got them all right, you can stop right here. Just check out number 8 maybe and see how you did. If you got some right, then check out the ones you got wrong, see what you did, and see what I did, see what the difference is. Was it a simple mistake you did, or is it a simple mistake I did? You could be right. If you're convinced the book is wrong, let me know. We can talk about it tomorrow, or next time I see you in class. And I have to say this again. If you didn't do the homework at all, you didn't try, you're just copying the notes, please believe me when I tell you, you will not do well in the quiz. Okay? That's all I'm saying. If you don't want to trust me or believe me, I don't want to tell you. But anyways, let's go back. Let's do this. Let's get this done. All right, starting with number 1. Read the directions always. It says, write a ratio. Each ratio is a fraction in simplest form. Then explain its meaning. Okay, we're looking for flutes to drums. Again, this is another part-to-part ratio. We're looking for the relationship between the two. All right, flute to drum. We have 4 flutes, 2 drums. All right. Okay, now I realize some of you may look at this and think, wait, you can't, that's not right. It's a fraction. The smaller number, the numerator should be smaller than the denominator. No, guys, these are not fractions. We're talking about ratios. They behave like fractions, but they're not fractions, okay? Ratios are ratios. All right? So, again, we have one big group of 4 flutes and one big group of 2 drums. I know, not a big group. But now the question is, and if you notice I'm not drawing the dots anymore by now, you should be getting the hang of this. By now, you're looking for the GCF for 4 and 2. In other words, instead of one big group, can I break it up into smaller groups? Right? Can I have more groups than just one? And how many groups can I have so I can have equal amounts in each group, right? So, can I make 2 groups out of the 4? Can I split it evenly into 2 groups? Well, yeah. Okay, I know I said I was going to do this, but I forced a habit. And if I do it to the top, I got to do it to the bottom, right? It's not a numerator, but for the sake of argument, I'm going to call it numerator. Whatever you do to the numerator, you do to the denominator, okay? That is kind of a fraction thing. Like I said, they behave like fractions, but they're not necessarily fractions, okay? 2 to 1, right? So 2 groups of 2, 2 groups of 1, right? And so that's the deal. Let me show you the math real fast. If you don't want to keep drawing drawings and you find the GCF, that's just 2, okay? And then you just divide and you're done. No drawings are necessary if you don't want to. Now, since this is a part-to-part ratio, you need to follow that pattern, right? For every there are, comma, blah. Okay, so for every 2 flutes, there are 1 drum. Now, I realize grammatically doesn't make sense. So what I have to do here, to make it right, I gotta erase the R and make it is. Because there are 1 drum doesn't sound right. But there is 1 drum does sound right, and that's good. And there we go. There's your answer. Okay? Just real quick review. You have one big group of 4, one group of 2. You're trying to break it up into smaller groups, if possible. And you saw that we broke it up into 2 smaller groups of 2, 2 smaller groups of 1. And that's what you did. Broken up into 2 groups is 2. Broken up into 2 groups is 1. All right, number 3. Now, if you see a problem with a little house on it, it means that it's supposed to be harder than the rest. But I will prove to you that you can do this, okay? So let me read the problem. A class has 6 boys and 15 girls. What is the ratio of boys to girls? All right, boys to girls. Again, this is another part-to-part ratio, right? It's either part to whole or part to part, and we're not saying total, so it's part to part. Okay, we have 6 boys and 15 girls. Okay, I'm going to break the pattern a little bit and actually do the math just first. You already know you got to find the GCF. You're trying to figure out, instead of one big group, how many little groups can you break this up into, right, that are equal? An equal amount of groups for both numerator and denominator if you want. Okay, so I'm going to do the factor method here. The 1 times 6, 2 times 3. I'm looking for the GCF. All right. 1, 1, 3, 3. The GCF is 3. But what does that mean? That means I'm going to divide both by 3. But what does that 3 mean? It means I'm going to break it up into 3 groups. I'll break the 6 up into 3 groups. Now if I do that, each one is going to have 2. Right? 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. 15 divided by 3, 3 groups. 15 into 3 groups means each group is going to have 5. So 6/15 becomes 2/5. So look at this. You just made 3 groups of 2 to 5, 2 to 5. And it simplifies to that. Okay? And of course, now you got to write the English part to part. You know what's coming. For every blank, there are... Now, maybe you realize this, maybe you don't. I'm just giving you one way to write it. You might have your own way to use to write this, but it's up to you. You choose what works best for you. So for every 2 boys, there are 5 girls. I don't know why I wrote Gertz. Gertz. What's a Gert? I have no idea. 5 girls. Okay. There you go. All right. Part to part, we're looking for the relationship between boys and girls. 6 boys, 15 girls. Now, if you want to draw 6 dots here, 6 B's and 15, maybe we should. B, B, B. B for boy, B for boy. G for girls. G, 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 G. Híjole. Maybe I should have done this. But now I started, I'm committed to it. All right. Boys to girls. Boys to girls. I have 6 boys. Let me use a different color. This might be more confusing. And 15 girls. See for yourself that it is 2 to 5. You have 3 groups of this, right? Okay. 2 boys. Oop, wrong color. 5 girls. 2 boys. 5 girls. 2 boys. Huh. I used blue. I broke the pattern there, but you get the idea. Now, if you look at it, I basically made 3 groups. So the original ratio of 6 to 15 is the ratio of 2 to 5 3 times. 3 groups. 3 groups. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. We're up to number 5. I truly hope it made sense, guys. Keep at it. Draw it. Convince yourself that it's right. Oh, here we go. All right. Divide 33 photos into 2 groups with the ratios 4:7. Okay, 33 photos. This is number 5, by the way. 33 photographs, just for sake of argument. And same thing, we're breaking it up into 2 groups. Now, I said this before and I'll say it again. If you want to use the bar method, go ahead. But I think this might make more sense to you. You do what works best for you. Group 1, Group 2. And like we said, the ratio is 4:7. Right? So here's the idea. We have 33 photographs. We're breaking it up into 2 equal, not equal, excuse me, I shouldn't have said that. 2 groups. And the way to look at it again is, well, this person gets 4, this person has 7. I mean, I don't know if this will make sense to you. Make a story out of it. Maybe these are photographs, family photographs, and it's you and your older brother, older sister, younger brother, younger sister, something, or your friend. You get, your friend gets 4, you get 7 because you're older. I don't know, whatever story you want to make. All right. Right? 4:7, 4:7. Now, how many photos did I just use up? I just used 11, right? Okay. We split again. We have 22 left. Let's keep going. He gets 4, she gets 4, I get 7. That's 11 photographs there. I'm going to take away 11. Now I have 11 photos left. She gets 4, he gets 4, I get 7. All the photos are gone. I have my group, you have your group. How many photos do you have now? Okay. By the way, you know what? I'm going to put this 4 on top because it might be confusing. Like, where'd you get that? So, well, how many photos do you have here? You have 3 groups of 4. Your friend got 12 photos. 3 groups of 7. And you got 21 photos. Now, I want you to look at this. If you add these 2 photos together, the quantity, 12 plus 21, it's 33 photos. It works out. You start with 33 photos, you end with 33 photos, just broken up into 2 groups where you get your friend gets 4, you get 7, and just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Right? That's number 5. So the ratio of 4:7 is equivalent to the ratio of 12:21. You're going to learn about this later, but I just want to see what goes on. You got 3 groups of 4, 3 groups of 7. Right? That's how this works. Now, of course, we need to write a sentence for this. 12 in the first group. 21 in the second group. Okay. Almost done, guys. Number 7. Oh, my goodness. We have this table. We'll break it down. Whew. The graph shows the number of Wimbledon championships of several countries. If you don't know what Wimbledon is, it is a... God, do I even know what it is? It's a stadium where they play tennis. I could be wrong about that. I'm not a sports guy. I'm not a nerd. Wait, I am a nerd, just not a sports nerd. So, I don't know anything about sports. Ask me about Dungeons and Dragons and comic books. I'll help you there. But okay. Anyways, so Wimbledon is a stadium where they play tennis. They have championships every year. Countries participate. So let's read letter A. Write the ratio that compares the championships won by Australia to the total number won by the United States in simplest form. Okay. All right. let me write down the words. Australia compared to the United States. Don't let that word total confuse you. Look. There's only one US, one Australia. I know it says total won by United States. It's going to throw you off. It's Australia versus, I shouldn't say versus, Australia to the United States. Okay? So just write the words. Australia, which is a continent and a country. United States, which is not a continent, but it is a country. All right. Australia, according to the table, again, read the table. Australia won, it looks like, 6, US won 15. 6-15. Okay, then. Easy enough. By now, you guys should be pros at this. We have to simplify this. And again, this is a part-to-part ratio, right? Not part to total, because we're not adding all of... Total would mean we add up all the countries, and it's not asking us to do that yet. Part to part. All right, instead of one big group of 6, instead of one big group of 15, can we break this up into smaller groups? Can we? I don't know. Look for the GCF, okay? Okay, just for fun, let's do the prime factorization. Two times 3, 3 times 5. Okay, we're looking for the greatest common factor, the factor that they share. They both share a 3, and guess what? That is the GCF. You don't have to multiply anything because it's just by itself. So, equals GCF. So, but what does that mean? Again, you're not done. You're definitely not done. So 6/15. You're dividing it by 3. Remember what I said? You can also say 6 broken up or broken into 3 groups. That means you have 2, right? You can imagine 3 groups of 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3 groups of, I put the of 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. Also, might as well remind you, you can also write the ratio like this: 2 to 5, or 2 to 5. Just remember that. But no, of course, this is a part-to-part ratio. You know we got to write that English sentence. For every blah, there are blah. You don't have to make that sound, by the way. Just me trying to keep myself awake because it's kind of late for me right now. But I'm doing these notes for you, people. All right. So for every 2 Australia championships, I'm just going to put champs just so you get the idea. There are 5 US championships. Although really, it is one person that wins, so I guess you could say 5 champions. But for now, just championships. I just wanted to abbreviate it because I ran out of space. Okay, guys. That was number 7. Did I label it as number 7? Yes, I did. All right, one more to go. Number 8. Number 8. Número 8. All right. Now you get to see why I didn't want to do it in the answer part in the beginning. Write the ratio that compares the champ... Oh, excuse me. That was numbers... Ooh, you know what? I forgot the second part of 7. There was a second part of 7. Whoops. That was part A. But you know what? We'll do 8, then we'll come back to 7B. Take a little break. Number 8. Create 3 different drawings showing a number of rectangles and circles in which the ratio of rectangles to circles is 3 to 1. Let me read that again. Create 3 different drawings showing a number of rectangles and circles in which the ratio of rectangles to circles is 3 to 1. All right. Just for fun, I'm going to draw it this way. Rectangles, 2 circles. I can't see what you drew. Oh, there we go. Ta-da. Like magic, now you see. All right, we want 3 rectangles to 1 circle. Okay. Let's start drawing. The first drawing should be easy. Three to 1. But now I have to make another drawing that shows that. The same ratio. Well, not as hard as you think. When you have the simplest form, you can always scale up. All right. 3 to 1. 3 rectangles. Let's double it. Let's double the circles. So what just happened? Mira. We start with 3 to 1. By the way, mira means look. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'll do that. I apologize. 6 to 2. Oh boy. We doubled it. We need to make one more drawing. Well, you know what? I'm going to keep it simple. After you double something, why not triple it? You know? God, is it triple? I started thinking with Tommy's Burger with 3 patties. Oh, God, that's so good. But not healthy. Anyways, 3 to 1. Here's my 3. Here's my 1. I'm going to double it. Yes, I know we already did it, but I want to show you what's going on. We're going to triple it. 9 to 3. And there are your drawings. That's number 8. And now let's go back to 7B. Whoops. All right. Hopefully I have enough space here to work with it. Oh, geez. Okay. Now this is the one I was dreading. Write the ratio of championships won by Australia to the total number of championships. It's not that it's hard. It really isn't, guys. Now, is it a lot of work? It's more work than you might be used to, but you know what? Come on. You can do this. Australia to total. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, you want to write total championships, you know what? Let's just do that. Why am I being lazy, right? I'm saying don't be lazy. Here I am not wanting to write one word. All right, total championships. Okay, we know Australia won 6. Oh, by the way, this is a part to whole, right? Australia won 6. Now, how many championships is it total? Oh boy. Okay. Bear with me. 15. I'm going to add this. I'm not going to write it down. You can use a calculator if you want, but you're going to add all this. And I hope I don't mess it up. 15 plus 7 is 22. 22 plus 7 is 29. 29 plus 6 is 35. 35 plus 4 is 39. 39 plus 2 is 41. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. We're looking for the GCF of 6 and 41. Oh boy. Remember a while ago we did prime numbers and I asked you if you memorize some of the prime numbers, this will help you? Now, I can see where some of you would look at this and say, oh, that's easy. I can divide by 6. That's 1/7. No, people. No, 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 no. No. If you have your prime number list, you might want to take it out. You're going to notice that 41 is prime. And if it's prime, that means the only factor it has is 1 in itself. Now, I can't divide these by 6. You just saw that. And I can't divide it by 41. This would work. 41 divided by 41 is 1. But this is not going to give you some whole... It's going to give you some weird number. You can't do it. You can't break up 6 into 41 and get a whole number. All right? You'll get a decimal number. You could if you want to do that. but that's not what it's asking for. All right, since it's prime, you just have to leave it. That's it. It's done. If one of them's a prime number, you leave it alone. Okay? And I'll put this on the side. 41 is prime. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay, but now you have to write that English. This is part to whole. Part to whole. Do you remember the pattern? Do you remember? Uh-oh. Okay. Something out of something, something, are something. Again, you need a noun. You need a noun. So, 6 out of 41 championships are Australian. And again, I said this before in one of the notes, but let me say it anyways. It's funny. It goes part to whole, hold apart. 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 I hope that helps. Okay. And that is the independent practice.